Kenyans, a meal is not complete without meat. From beef, chicken fry or stew, to fish, pork, or that weekly nyama choma with friends. Historically, Kenyans have always loved meat, and where it is not on the plate at every meal, it marks that special day of the week and is a crucial component of celebration. June Gathoni, director at Urban Fresh, knows this all too well as she's in the business of meat.
Kenya is a meat-loving country, so I think it's just by the virtue that even as a foreigner, when you come here, the first place people will take you is a nyama choma joint. So just by the virtue of that we love meat as a country, and then as a diversifying our menu, meat is the main source of protein. So for most people, if I have a bit more in my pocket, of course I'll consider meat as something that I can be able to consume.
The common consumed meat in Kenya is beef, chicken, goat, mutton, fish, and pork, with camel consumption gaining traction in the recent years. According to the data compiled by Kenya Market Trust, a high-income household consumes an average of 98 kilograms of pork in a year, 39 kilograms of beef, and 80 kilograms of fish. According to the data, a middle-income household consumes an average of 80 kilograms of pork in a year, 57 kilograms of beef, and 66 kilograms of fish in the same period. Households classified as low-income consumes 64 kilograms of pork, 27 kilograms of beef, and 83 kilograms of fish in a year. The most preferred meat type is fish, followed by beef, chicken and goat, with pork the least popular.
For the last 5 years, meat consumption has been going on up, and based on the trends that we have seen, apart from only the high class or the middle class who are big consumers of meat, using about 40,000 every month for meat, even the lower class where you'd think that meat is not highly consumed, we have seen with trends and research that has been done, they actually spend about almost 7,000 a month on meat products. So we have seen that meat has become quite an important ingredient in our menus, not only in Kenya, but even for the rest of the world.
High-income households currently spend an average of 119 shillings per month on the different types of meat, while a middle-income household spends 40,000 shillings. Low-income households spend an average of 21,000 per month on meat. The spend on meat has more than doubled in the last 10 years, not due to consumption per capita, but as a result of the diversification of meat products in the market, which comes in different costs. The data also shows that 7 out of 10 of all meat consumption is by the low-income earners. While the traditional approach to buying meat still exists, consumers now have more options. The meat traders say they have seen increased consumption also being driven by urbanization, increased population, a growing middle class, increased demand for product, safety and quality, as well as export. The new trends are now creating new business opportunities, especially in meat value add for traders.
Customers now asking for more customized products and very unique tastes and preferences. So you have to, of course, if in this space, you have to adapt to that as well. So what you're doing maybe 20 years ago is not necessarily what you're doing right now, or in as far as the way you're selling the meat is concerned. So it's not as general as it was before. Now it's very highly specialized, and that is what probably now is being seen now in as far as our product list is concerned.
And with the increased demand, the meat business growth potential remains high, with a lot of Kenyans investing in rearing livestock, value addition for meat and exports. At the moment, Kenya meat annual deficit stands at 300,000 metric tons.
Everybody has been consuming meat, but there is a consciousness that you are more concerned about what type of quality of meat you are getting. So now this fundamental requirement of ensuring that the food is nutritious, food is hygiene is taken care of, requires the entire ecosystem to kind of come up to the terms with how it needs to be designed. So it needs to be stored properly. So you need cold storage solutions for meat. It needs to be the equipment which is being used for cutting, chopping, or processing of the meat needs to be of food grade quality. So you need better quality machines. You can't have something which is being made locally by Juakali in an unhygienic fashion, or we don't know the quality of stainless steel being used for that matter. So that's what is bringing this rise to the phenomenon or demand in the meat industry.
Cabinet Secretary for Industrialization, Trade and Enterprise Development Betty Maina notes that those planning to invest in the meat sector, either livestock farming, value addition or even selling, the priority should be on health, safety and quality. This will be the only surest way to expand the meat market, both locally and externally.
Both the Bureau of Standards and KENAS are responsible for the provision of the framework for quality assurance in the market. In addition to the other regulatory agencies in the Ministry of Agriculture, these must work together to ensure that whatever product consumers are receiving has received the necessary certification. But I want to add that it's also the responsibility of the entrepreneur to ensure that they are compliant, because sometimes we think it's the responsibility of the regulators, but it's actually the responsibility of the entrepreneurs to ensure that what they are offering to consumers is certified.